live. So hello everybody, welcome. So we are here and we're going to play Star Trek Adventures role-playing game by Modiphius. And I'm just wondering where my other players are. I think they should be arriving soon. I'm not sure. I think they should be coming here any moment. Do you think? Actually, I think I can hear you. I think I can hear them. Oh, there they are. There they are.
Maybe.
Hello.
Yeah, no. Oh,
Hello.
hi.
You are live.
Hello.
God damn it.
Hello.
Am I live?
This is the one we need. There's our layout. Okay.
Alright.
So, right. There we are. Now, a few things of note is, firstly, usually I like to read out all of chat. This will not be possible during this because usually reading out chat takes up between 30 and 40% of the stream, so we won't be able to do that this time.
I mean,
What?
Okay, but I will read the chat messages if there are any.
just maybe not out loud.
Yeah, not out loud, unless there's something specific to respond to. For example, saying hello.
Like as a jest.
So hello Vija and hello
Hey.
CangoFango, who's
Hello.
in chat, but also there. Wait, what? But oh
On
no,
Twitch?
we've already gotten into the mirror universe stuff. Oh no.
I'm on Twitch chat, what?
FaceTime continuing.
Yes.
That can't be right.
We're in the mirrorverse.
Okay.
I've now opened up Twitch. This should be fun.
Yeah, it should be. Hopefully, because otherwise we're going to get cancelled after the first episode. Not right.
You mean the 0 episode?
Because this is
Yeah.
session 0. In session 0, we're going to do character creation of our player characters, starship, and maybe talk a bit about the campaign in general. Or an admiral, as it may be. So, right, why would you like to introduce yourselves, please?
Okay, yes, sure. I'll just go first. I'm CangoFango. You might know my Twitch channel. Yes, that's me.
I'm W, and you might recognise my voice from some of Shoutouts' other streams. Some of them, I joined him in the VC.
And we've got another 2 players there.
Alright, I'm Dodrebur. I've given everyone blanket permission to use any abbreviation of that or alternate pronunciation they like. I have never before been associated with this Twitch channel, so hi.
Yes, hello.
I am
Hello.
I am Rogue. I'm usually on other channels, but hey, this is fun.
Oh, quiet Dogie. Hello.
Dougie, I think.
Dougie.
I believe.
Dougie, quiet Dougie. Oh, Ghostbar, hello. Right,
Hey.
so, yes, Vija has some issues where he is with a local gang. I hope everything turns out well for you, but we won't be able to discuss this here, unfortunately.
Do anything.
Or help,
True.
really.
Ghostbar, yes. Okay.
Ooh.
So, this game is going to be set in the original series. So this is the original 1960s original Star Trek series, which is going to mean lots of cowboy western-esque stuff and things like that. It means also that you are going to be a little bit more isolated, more on your own, because there aren't as many starships out there as later on. And generally also there's a lot of other stuff that flies here, like for example the Prime Directive hasn't really been that established, so you can do quite a bit more interference with other cultures than you otherwise would be able to in other time periods. We haven't, and that's basically the extent of what we've got already. So, if you would each like to open up the online character creator, if you want to use that to make characters, Nope, we haven't made characters yet. But that's what we're going to do now. Okay. So, the link is pinned on Discord in the reference material. Or at least it should be. Is it? Yes. It is pinned.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to go into characters and starships. We are using the core rulebook and the command division, both, of course, by Modiphius. And the original series era, which is the mid-23rd century.
Right.
Core and Commander. Original, yeah?
Original series.
Yeah.
Due to not being in the Prime universe at this point. Yeah.
Original series.
Okay.
I think it's characters and starships, I assume.
And then Starfleet personnel.
Okay.
Hold on. Bit slow.
I want to do this step by step, so that we can.
So select. There's a select sources thing for me.
Select core and command division.
Core.
Core should already be selected.
and Command division. Oh
And
yeah.
then-
Core and command division. And original series, you said?
Yes, original series.
Okay.
And then.
Starfleet personnel.
Yes.
Oh, Starfleet personnel, yeah.
Starfleet personnel.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now, I think we should do select species because there are a couple of species that I'm taking out of the pool. Because, Denobulan and Trill I'm going to take out because those were put into that time period through retconning by the prequel series. So I don't really want those to be player characters because that could mess with the with the setting, basically, if that's okay. Unless somebody was hard set on playing one of those.
I'm fine with that.
I would, yes. So what is everybody thinking of playing in terms of your species?
Okay. I'm thinking of playing a human.
Okay,
Yeah, same.
good choice.
Same here.
Especially since in the original series it was a very special thing to have Spock there on the bridge, on the ship as well as the crew, who was an alien, and a lot of stuff came from that. So that would make sense.
Well, do you maybe want to run through, for the people watching who, might just be fans who might not know Star Trek, want to run through, what each of the species are, give it a brief summary?
Yeah, we can do that. So humans are humans are the only humanoid species from Earth. Humans are basically kind of like a blank slate mostly. They give the most control. They give the player the most control over where you put values. But yeah, humans, resolute, spirit of discovery.
Bipedal as well.
You've got Andorians. They've got blue skin, white hair, antenna. They come from a frozen moon, and they are quite warlike sometimes, but also very passionate. Then you've got the Vulcans, of course, who most of them follow the teachings of Surak, so very logical species, very strong as well. A little bit psionic. And then you've got the Tellarites. Tellarites are, they have very wrinkly face, pig snout, and they often engage from a cultural perspective in debates as well as insults. Insults are actually a very highly praised form of social interaction because the way you respond to them and the way you can dish them out gives rapport with them. So, yes. Also, Romulan I'm going to take out unless somebody really wants it, because Romulans in this time period haven't been seen for, up until a few years ago, for over 100 years. So, yes.
Alright.
That's cool.
Sure.
Alright. I'll pick human as well.
What did you say? Just quickly, what did you say the Andorians were like? What were their main sort of hook?
The Andorians are quite warlike and also very passionate. Usually, they come from the frozen moon of Andor, which is orbiting a gas giant, and yes, they're used to the cold, freezing environments because of that.
I don't know whether to pick a human or Andorian in that case.
I'm actually
How
leaning
do you-
towards Vulcan.
Ooh.
How do you go back on the
History.
on the
On the
on
left,
the ca-
on the left, you need to click
Yeah.
on history, and then click on the level you want to go back to. So,
Oh yeah.
yes.
It's a good thing they implemented
There we
that.
go.
Yes.
Mm.
Hello, Matija. Or how do you pronounce that? Matija?
Hey.
Hello, we're doing this is session 0 of Star Trek, the role-playing game, Star Trek Adventures by Modiphius. The system itself, we're not affiliated with them, just want to make that clear. But yes, so we're making characters, session 0.
Yes, hello everyone.
Matt, sure. Matt worked fine.
Nice.
You know, yeah, I like all rounders, so I will be human.
Okay,
Same here. Also human.
right. So now can we
Well,
move over
well,
to
yeah.
the next step? Okay. So you can assign your attributes, however it will allow you. So control, daring, fitness, insight, presence, and reason. I'm fairly sure you all know roughly what those do from experience. Now in this, one thing that we should probably discuss at this point, because now we get into some more other stuff, is what roles does everybody fancy playing? Because this will be what you choose here can play into that really well.
Nice.
Well, I'm thinking for the character idea I have in my head, I'm thinking a security officer might be pretty good.
Okay,
All right.
right.
So what that would be
Security.
control, and I do want to put a bit in fitness as well.
Yes, control and fitness might be quite good. Rogue, how about you?
Probably pilot.
Pilot, okay. Control and daring, I would say. Control and daring might be very useful for you in that case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get to select.
Like 3.
Is it 3, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It will limit you. It will automatically limit you.
Remind me, what does insight do again?
Insight is, for example, your knowledge, how knowledgeable you are in certain situations, or how perceptive you are also. So, for example, if you wanted to, say, make a roll to see if maybe you think you're walking into a trap, for example, then that is probably going to be an insight check, insight plus security.
Ooh, okay.
Your insight into the situation or into reading other people.
And daring again?
Daring is, well, pretty much self-explanatory. It's how good you are in a stressful situation when you can't think about things methodically, but, for example, running into a burning building to save someone would be a daring check.
Plus security?
Probably, yes. How about you, Dodd? What do you think of playing?
Sounds like you're talking to a dog.
No.
Oh.
Honestly. Come on.
No, I think I'll probably stick with the captain thing.
Captain.
We'll go
ooh.
with captain.
Good.
Yeah.
Should be
Nice.
exciting.
Oh God, help us.
Okay.
Yes. This
What
is gonna be
about
fun.
what about you, Kango?
Well, I was thinking comms officer.
Comms.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting.
Right.
Right.
Go. This is weird.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Let's select 3.
Okay. So please,
Yeah.
everybody,
Oh, I hate talent.
select your things, and then we also need to go down to talents. Now, one thing I've noticed that you get access to species-specific talents here as well. You don't have to choose them, but if you want them, this is where you need to pick them. So, for example, if you've chosen human, you get access to resolute or spirit of discovery. If you picked Vulcan, you either get access to Colinar, which is a ritual that you've undergone to purge all emotion. Mind Meld, which allows you to basically link minds with someone. Or the Nerve Pinch, which allows you to more easily knock someone out by just gripping them, basically. So you will get opportunities to pick other talents as well. This is just the first one.
Isn't it like 3 or 4 that we're allowed to pick?
4.
Not right now, but we'll
4.
eventually get to pick.
It will be 4.
Right.
Okay, and do we always have free reign to pick whichever? Well, will like will we always be able to pick the ones that is available to our species?
I'm not sure if that will show up in
Once
other
you
lists.
have access to it, you
but I
always
think-
have access to it.
Okay, well then,
Well, yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. What I meant was more like, say, if I chose Mean Right Hook here, but also wanted to get Tough, like somewhere down the road.
Yes.
Would
Basically,
go on.
every time you pick a talent, you pick from the same list. But as you go on and your disciplines go up, you unlock more of them.
Yes.
Right. Okay. There won't be a point where you can't choose.
No. Unless you, I think the only exception to that is that you can't take bold and cautious in the same discipline.
True.
Okay.
It's really hard. I'm usually doing security.
Well, yes. So
I got your role at that moment, boy.
I mean,
yeah, it does read
if you're perhaps having bold might be good for you. Bold con perhaps, because if you're the pilot, like there's a really stressful situation, like the thing's about to explode, you need to get out, then that's probably going to be a daring roll. So being able to re-roll a d20 on con dare checks where you've, or maybe bold is for if you do threat. Bold is the version if you add threat, you can re-roll a d20. Cautious is if you add a die with momentum, you can re-roll one. So perhaps one of those might be good. Or you could choose one of your species-specific ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
There's at least two that I'm picking.
Okay, so has everybody picked one yet?
I will.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to decide whether or not I want to have taken the Culinar.
Ooh. The thing is
Because
that
that definitely changes the way I
Yeah.
play the character.
the thing is that even if you haven't,
I'm not sure if I want to do that.
even if you haven't undertaken the Culinar, you would still be mostly logically orientated. But the Culinar
Yes.
basically, at that point, turns you into more of a robotic character.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that's really appropriate for the captain position.
Well, yeah, it might be good to pick something different then.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it would just be a bit limiting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone in chat is wondering what this character creator is, there's the link. So if you want to open it up, have a look yourself, you can do that as well. If you're watching this archived on YouTube, then, well, just search for Star Trek Adventures online character creator, you'll find it.
Or you can type it from the stream.
Mostly you.
True.
Well,
Also, sorry if my...
And if they do make some,
I was just going to say, sorry if
if they do make,
my face cam's a bit laggy, it's because it's going over Discord. Can't really do anything about that,
yeah.
unfortunately. What did you want to say, Rogue?
well, they could make some NPCs.
Ooh, yes.
If
That
they
is an
wanted
idea I
to.
have thought of as well. It depends on how active chat is going to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we might have someone popping in, like for the last half an hour as well. Just to let you know.
You mean in chat or in VC?
In chat.
Okay. Right. So, who hasn't picked yet?
me. I'm just gonna do this very quickly.
Okay.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
What do you pick?
Tough. I thought tough perhaps.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one would be really applicable to my role. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's fine then.
Okay, so
Next
now we go to
tab.
the environment. Hold on, I need to select something as well. Hold on, one moment. There we are. Because I'm going through this with you as well. So just so that I know what step we're at. So, do you want to roll the environment or select it?
I'm gonna select mine.
Yeah, select.
Ooh.
Select.
Select.
Okay. Not feeling too brave, are we?
No.
No?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I optimize too much to let something select for me.
That is a valid way of playing, of course.
Well, yeah. Because if you do a lot of games, you do tend to optimize.
True. Now, in this as well, when you choose where your character grew up, also don't select the Denobulan or Trill homeworld.
No, yeah.
Obviously.
That makes sense.
Obviously, yes. Unless you grew up in a parallel timeline.
What is a frontier colony in this? Is it like a colony quite near a warfront, or?
No. Frontier in this case refers to the edge of explored space. So an isolated colony is a colony that's far away, but that is
We've had this conversation before.
but that is still within Federation space. A frontier colony is right out there, like just at the very edge, on the very edge of explored space.
Okay, I've picked mine.
Okie dokie. Hold on, give me. Yeah, that'll do.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm thinking of going frontier colony, but what does con do again?
Con is good for piloting, as well as for example, it's also good for things like starship recognition, for example, if you do a starship recognition check. Or it can also sometimes be used with comms as well, communications, although that's more engineering, really.
Alright.
I'm torn between frontier colony and a homeworld, because with homeworld I'll get the boost to all the attributes.
No, that means you can choose from any of the attributes.
Okay.
Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. That
In that case,
moved.
in that case, homeworld then.
Homeworld, okay.
That's what I picked as well.
I'm with busy colony.
Right.
I'm doing starships.
Ah. Okay, and then you can choose which attribute you would like to give a bonus to, as well as which discipline.
Okay,
Right.
that.
Mine's a
Select
bit of
one.
a plot control or insight.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna put one in insight.
control
What's
control is how good you are in a situation where you're not panicking, but you've got to.
okay?
So it's basically the opposite of daring, but the other side of the coin, basically. They're two sides of the same coin.
Okay, that's cool. Is it command, con, and engineering? Oh god.
Which one?
Say con was again.
Con is for example, piloting starships.
Done.
Yes.
It would only make sense. Okay, I've put the discipline. The discipline. I've put mine for security because that only makes sense.
Okay.
Here is reflex.
Right, now comes a very fun bit that's not at all difficult, which is choosing your first value. Choosing your first value, yes.
Yeah.
So values are your, basically I like to think of them as mottos. So for example, today is a good day to die would be a value if you're playing a Klingon, for example. Or
that one.
Although this specific value is supposed to represent something you gained during your upbringing, so before you went into the academy, something from that time period, which is why it's presented here at this point. Something that maybe has a connection to where you grew up, perhaps.
I mean, I do have an idea, but I'm not entirely sure if it would fit with the with it. I mean, I think it would fit with the character, but I don't think it would really fit in with the situation.
Well, what is it?
Well, the idea I've got for his character is that he was brought up in quite a dodgy area. So I'm thinking something like "don't trust anybody" or something, but or like
Not even your
variation
crew.
of that.
Well, perhaps. I mean, how?
Oh, maybe something like, I mean, like in a slightly broader context, maybe like something like, well, no, because values they should help and also hinder, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it should be something that you can follow along with,
Yeah.
but also contradict, something you can go against. So with what you said
Yeah, so
before, perhaps something like,
Because I was going to say ready for anything, but that doesn't really have a negative.
well, it could be. It could be. How about?
Yeah, what was your first suggestion?
How about? Always ready for a fight.
That could work.
Because that could be good, because yes, you're preparing stuff, but it also could be like you're over-preparing. Like if you're going to a diplomatic mission, then
bring
maybe,
loads of lasers.
everybody going in with phase rifles isn't really the best option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like overly aggressive. That could work.
Yeah.
Is anyone else having issues
Right.
choosing one? Picking a value?
Just thinking about one.
Would ride or die?
What'd you say?
Ride or die?
Ride or die?
Oh, come on, it's me.
Okay,
You knew it
sure.
was me.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is ringing bells again.
Sure.
Oh.
If you want to pick that value, go. I think that's a good
Right.
value. If you want it.
Ride or die, for God's sake. You just can't play a non-warful character, can you?
My nature is
Oh,
chaotic.
right,
I
that
will
is
go
true.
to my nature.
Alright. I might change the wording later, but for now I'm going with structure as success.
Okay.
Ooh.
Interesting. That fits quite well, I think. So, I'm so looking forward to, but also a bit nervous as to what kind of captain you're going to play. It's just that line between.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Okay, so has everybody
Oh,
picked a value?
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be chaos.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over to upbringing. I'm guessing everybody wants to select.
Black.
So
yeah,
yes, this
sure.
is what.
Oh.
So this is what type of upbringing you had. So for example, a business or trade or Starfleet or science and technology or diplomacy, all these different aspects of So what is everybody thinking? What leaps out to everybody, and also does it have teeth?
Oh god, yes. Always teeth. All the teeth.
Okay. Okay. The first
Are
thing
you
that
sure
stood
it
out
was
to me-
sensible putting me in the stream, was it?
What? Yes, I'm
You're
sure.
on stream, dude.
This is all on the stream.
Yes. We're live, by the way. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos.
By the way. Okay. We only get one choice at this, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
You can't. I mean, it's.
It's 2 years and you're just like, on second thought, it might have been better if I was brought up on
Although,
Starfleet.
well,
so, yeah.
I guess it might make sense, like if your parents switched halfway through your childhood,
Yeah.
like they went or
I
something
mean,
like that. But
what-
no, in this system, no, you have to got to pick one.
I mean, what would be sort of the equivalent of because looking at it first thing, I'm seeing agriculture or rural except +2 to fitness, +1 to control, and that immediately jumps out at me. But I'm not sure it really fit with the idea I have. So, what would be the equivalent of like a quote unquote mean area of a city, like a dodgy area of a city?
Well, it depends on what
Well-
you're doing there.
It could be any of them. It could be any of these, except for Starfleet.
Okay.
Starfleet maybe not so much. But perhaps
Yeah.
if you were if your family was stationed at an outpost and your family wasn't Starfleet, but you were kind of they were tasked with security there, then maybe if other alien vessels came and there was kind of a trade area as well, then perhaps it could work. So I guess it could work with any of them. Because this is more what kind
So-
of...
Agricultural, probably not as likely.
Probably.
not.
Yeah.
Well, it's just sort of like. almost
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should
the,
also
the,
keep in mind
the
that
quadrotetragale
whatever you
gangs were all
choose-
around this part in my day. They carried knives, the quadrotetragale gang.
Go on, Dad.
Whatever you choose, when you're looking at stats, you do need to consider that you're going to pick the accept or the rebel stats.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what
So-
I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know,
thinking.
Might change whether or not it's appropriate for what you need
I
for
mean-
your character.
I mean, it's very likely that my character would rebel. I mean, well, it depends on the environment, but
Yes.
I think the most fitting thing there would be to accept agricultural rule. But that
So you grew up as a farmer, basically.
would begrudgingly accept. Would that still work as accept?
Yeah.
I'm not
mean-
completely sure. I think that...
So it depends on how much you begrudgingly accept, because like begrudgingly accept can have a lot of different levels to it. I think in order to get the benefits of it, you would basically have to be like, basically just be unhappy the whole way through it, but you do it because you don't have a choice.
Or because you don't want to disappoint your family, perhaps.
Okay. Think. What's an example of like artistic and creative? Because I'm thinking of doing that and doing rebel.
Well, artistic...
For Star Trek Adventures, they do specify that there are a lot of like scientific fields that are also considered arts in this
yeah.
universe. So basically, just anything that involves creating something new.
Okay. Yeah. Artistic and creative.
All right.
Okay.
Rebel.
Does
I-
anyone still need to choose?
I have chosen.
Okay.
I'm going diplomacy and politics.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Starfleet.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
well, 20
Okay,
it's black. The
Yes,
grid.
it is supposed... The background is black.
Ah. Nice.
I thought it
Yes,
might be more
true.
fitting to
Yes,
represent
it is.
space, but...
Nice.
Right, so now you need to select an attribute and, of course,
Good time to
discipline
try-
and an additional talent. You may have noticed that more talents have been unlocked. Like, Dodrebur has already...
Oh no.
Command is
Sam?
useful for security, isn't it?
Well, command is useful for things where your sense of presence or communicating with others. So if you are basically handling people, command is how well you handle people.
Yeah.
Your people skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Command, definitely.
I got to stop
Okay,
humming.
well done. Okay, I've done. Oh, that might be good.
What are you looking at?
Got it. Haha.
I'm just thinking, constantly watching sounds like a very useful.
Yes.
I think it would. It might fit with mine, especially being a security thing. But I think will do tough, just because I think that would be quite useful to me. But I hope tough as well.
Okay, and at this point, you need to choose a single focus. You will get a total of 6 of them. Now, focuses are, of course, things that your character specializes
Damn
in.
it.
So, for example, botany or linguistics or I don't know,
Farming.
farming. Yeah, well, that would kind of be included in botany.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Oh, right,
It's
right,
good
right,
to pick
right.
something that is broad enough to enclose lots of different situations, but not too broad. For example, if you just pick Starfleet, that's too broad. Things like maybe Starfleet operations, however, that would be a good focus. So you're very knowledgeable in how things work in the hierarchy of Starfleet and how all the things are handled, for example, or rules or things like that. To give an example.
Okay.
The website the website gives you suggestions based on what you chose, and if you go to the reference doc I made, then you can see all the different suggestions for everything.
Oh wow.
If you just want ideas. So.
Yes. By the way, thank you again for making that.
You made that.
You're welcome.
Good. Bloody hell, welcome to putting in the work. Jesus.
Yeah.
I did suggest her to be captain for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my life.
Starship recognized.
Okay.
Starship recognition.
GM.
Yes.
I'm thinking something like battle tactics, or maybe just tactics.
I would say probably combat tactics or battle tactics. Yes.
So time to make my flyboy.
Haha.
It's gonna be fun.
Combat tactics.
So, as I'm trying to decide focuses, since I'm the captain, I think it would help if we decided what kinds of missions we were going to be going on now, because the captain is the one who accepts the missions. So I should probably know what we're doing.
Well, that depends on what type of starship we're gonna have. But, so, okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm actually going to use a focus that's actually suggested below because it fits to my character. So, yeah.
Okay, so...
Right.
Okay, if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. That'll be fine. Just need to... Okay, yeah. Okay, so... I'll quickly hop into the other thing. Okay, so if we make a starship... So... I want to do this after, but... Okay, we can do it now. So... what are people interested in? The mission profiles. I feel like we've only just done this. Surely it's nothing. So we've we've got strategic and diplomatic operations, pathfinder and reconnaissance operations, technical test bed, tactical operations, scientific and survey operations, crisis and emergency response, or multi-role explorer. What is everybody thinking?
Of course,
Preferably in relation to this. Just random thoughts. I mean, if you want it, but...
Well, in character, I think you definitely go for the tactic.
What are other people thinking?
Well, is it in character though, or would we...
No, it's not in character.
Yeah.
Come
Because
on.
it's us as the players choosing, not our characters, really.
That's not fun.
Yeah, it's basically determining like the style of play we're going to be doing most often.
Yes.
So like if we choose like tactical operations, we're probably going to get into a lot of combat situations.
And we all know how well that will turn out.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not in charge, so we're all good.
Good.
You're gonna forget that you're not captain, aren't you?
Probably.
You know that's gonna happen.
I just
Probably.
throw you in another game.
I'm not sure I'm going to be much better with the combat, because combat is my least favorite part of any RPG ever.
Same.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Just goes back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth.
Yeah. I love the role playing, the dialogue, the investigations.
That is
Yes.
fun.
So
It's a lot of fun.
Well,
Right.
we
What
could
would I
go
do?
multi-purpose and screw the whole thing up.
Yeah, we.
You don't just... No, that one screws stuff up.
Also, put the screenshot of
I'll
the
make it-
classes in Twitch chat.
Ah, sweet, thank you.
What do you mean classes?
The Starship classes, the design classes. I've screenshotted the Discord.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right, I see. Oh, that's useful. That's
right.
useful. Thank you.
That's fine.
What were
Right.
the options again, GM?
So, strategic and diplomatic operations, pathfinder reconnaissance, technical test bed, tactical operations, scientific and survey, crisis and emergency response, multi-role explorer.
What was technical test bed? What does that involve?
Technical testbed means all of the new fancy technology that's only just being put into operation, or maybe even before it's put into operation, is installed on our ship. Which means we've got all the newest, fanciest stuff, which
Gadgets.
may or may not be that well developed.
Well, that would be fun, certainly.
That'd be buggy as anything.
Yeah. Personally, I'm leaning
I think I
towards
vote for that.
Pathfinder and Reconnaissance.
That sounds
But-
good. I like that idea.
Which one?
I actually do like that idea.
Which one?
Okay.
The Pathfinder.
But this is Star Trek Adventures.
Yes. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun.
Yes.
Oh god.
Now you just.
Okay.
Right.
Right, so now-
I guess I'm outnumbered.
it would seem that way.
If you have a strong objection, we can change it.
Yeah.
I don't
Well-
care. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with any. Really.
Okay, so now that we've done that, what about your focus? What are you thinking?
Focus.
I mean, Dodrebur.
Oh, yeah.
Dodrebur.
Yeah.
Is that closer?
Dodrebur.
Dodrebur. Like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna attempt it.
Go to
I'm not even gonna
Revere.
attempt it.
I'll say it's the closest I've ever heard anyone get.
Which isn't saying much for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Even my friends who have like studied diction, particularly foreign diction, even they hesitate to even try. So, you know, it is what it is.
Okay. So what are you thinking about your focus?
Is this for the ship again?
No. We're still in
No, we're
our
back
own
to
character
characters.
creation because we Dodd wanted
You
to
take
know.
it.
Okay, well, thank you for that very important,
good,
vital
yeah.
information, Deidre. It is good to know.
I'm thinking deacon.
Yeah.
He said he just took a shower.
Ah,
Well,
Right.
now it's nice and clean.
Oh, snake, I've gone
Yeah.
back. Okay, hang on. The bell. Hang on, I've accidentally gone back, but the bell. Command.
Well, where's my advisor, so?
I didn't. Right, I didn't choose. I didn't choose. Right, I didn't choose the focus. I just went to Starfleet Academy. I don't think. Unless. Wait, is this the first focus again? Or
This is the
no.
first focus. Yes, this is the first focus we were on.
combat?
But if you've chosen...
Yeah, I did choose one, but I think I accidentally went back.
Okay. Okay. So whenever who's still on the upbringing thing, or can we move on to Starfleet Academy now?
I think we can move on.
Okay. Right. So I'm guessing you would like to select your officer track.
Well, hang on. Well, what's enlisting? What's enlisted track? Or are we not doing that?
So enlisted means that you are there as either a civilian who's been brought on as a specialist, or you're someone who hasn't gone through Starfleet Academy completely. So basically it means literally every officer, so even the lowest ranking acting ensign or cadet would be outranking you. So if
Don't
you're
take
gonna
that
play
right.
chief of security, you're probably not gonna want to play enlisted.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chief of security is listed. Great.
Right. So security, by the way, is the operations track. If you're curious, you can see that the majors. It lists the majors. So command or con
Yeah.
for command track, engineering security for operations, and medicine and science for sciences.
Okay. So for chief security, you recommend going for operations rather than command track.
Yes, since that is the major you can pick
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Pilot is the top one.
Yeah.
Is it?
Piloting is in the command track.
Oh.
So So, Dot, what do you fancy? Which track? Sciences, maybe?
Ah.
I don't think I'll ever not laugh at the word Dodd. It just
Well, then we're off to a good start.
yes.
Ah.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking of the other name I know you by.
I'm going to write
Oh,
our
yeah,
handles in the notes, and this time I want to make the notes in a more organized way. That's because I don't want to have 3 separate text documents for all the notes for one game. No.
I see.
Yeah.
No, that's not particularly effective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
For
chaos.
fun.
Okay.
I'm bad. What can I say?
Okay.
Operations track.
So now, if you've chosen your track, you can pick another few attributes.
Okay.
Your major. Now, your major is going to add +2 in that discipline, and your 2 minors are going to each add +1 in that discipline.
How high can we go?
That depends, because if you are going, so if you choose normally, okay, well, just go as high as you like, and if you're over, then you'll be able to reassign those elsewhere at the end. So
Okay.
yeah.
Control.
By the way, if you're curious about the caution under construction on the Twitch stream, then that is there because I want to have a slideshow of the ship there, but obviously we don't know what ship we're going to have yet, so it's still under construction.
We could just have various shades of question marks.
Well, yeah, but I don't know how aerodynamic those would be as a spaceship.
True. Anyway.
What oh, other okay. What does con you said was useful for pilots and stuff like that, wasn't
Yes. If you want to do communications, then that is mostly going to be engineering.
Okay.
it? Okay.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yes.
So other disciplines, command and no, medicine's always useful in a pinch.
Okay,
Yes,
so
but
this
only
one
if you get
after
pinched too hard.
Yeah. Okay, 3 focuses a character, at least 1.
Yes. And luckily the website gives you lots of suggestions, many more than the actual rulebook does.
Not 3 more.
Yeah, 3 more focuses. And we'll need 2 more after these, because we need to have 6 in total.
Okay.
At least 1 reflecting at your time at start.
Mr. W, your mic is a little bit muffled. Like, is your mic covered or something? Like maybe by hand or something?
I mean, how is it now?
Now it's fine. Now it's good. Hello, Mr. Snipes.
Yes,
Welcome to
Hey.
Star Trek Adventures Character Creation.
Session 0.
Session 0. We're in the middle of character creation.
Hope you're alright, yes. Hello.
Links
indeed,
going flat.
yes.
Hand-to-hand combat. That would fit with the character, but that's probably not going to be useful.
Well, hand-to-hand
Yes.
combat might be more
Hand-to-hand
useful in the TOS era than in
TNG.
TNG, because in TOS there is quite a bit of fisticuffs usually. It was supposed to be a
hand-to-hand combat
space
and
western, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
Who has the best character so far? I'm going to choose the diplomatic answer and say myself, because of the NPCs.
Okay. Well, okay. One of my focuses. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say hand phases.
We always say the captain is the best character.
In this case, shush. Hand phases. And what would hand phases. What is espionage in this? Because I'm thinking hand phases, espionage, and potentially and either infiltration or interrogation.
So espionage is basically spy stuff, encoding messages, or trying to uncover secret plots, or trying to get covert operations, things like that.
Okay.
a good one to get maybe shipboard tactical systems, because this is basically using the ship's weapons.
Is that who's that? Is that for
You.
me or is that just?
This is for
me?
whoever's gonna play tactical.
Okay.
Ferengi haven't been invented yet. This is the original series, Mr. Snipes. Because
What do you? Go on.
yeah. So, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what do you mean play tactical?
Play Chief of Security. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Right. So, ship.
Into what to do that when a character accessory makes a multi-task one momentum.
Would irrigation be a good
Has
focus?
one zone in long.
I would, if you want to go for farming stuff, then perhaps farming might be a better thing. But
Sure.
if you're going to play comms,
God damn
then I
That's probably not a good idea.
perhaps something a bit more relevant.
Yeah.
I mean, infiltration might. Well, actually, yeah, infiltration will probably be useful.
And a character accessory.
What have you got, Dodd?
For focus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, I was jumping ahead, looking at talents.
I see.
Yeah. So I took Starfleet protocols, astronavigation, and persuasion.
Interesting. Interesting.
I mean,
Mine is
you know what? Yeah, that's gonna be
astro navigation, small craft, and Starfleet protocols.
Good.
I think I've got mine, but I am a bit torn.
Would communicators work? I don't
Well,
know.
how about subspace communications?
Sure.
I feel like I've only been picking from the suggestions.
I have too, but they're still good suggestions for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've picked hand phases, shipboard tactical systems, and infiltration because I thought that would be good as chief of security.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
So now over to the fun bit. Now start the jingle, please. Which is talents.
Do you have the jukebox on?
Oh yes, sorry. Click, click. There we go. Right. So what?
Okay, well I know what I'm getting now. There's courses security and what's
Task and override.
whole security.
Keys down or.
I'm gonna take decisive leadership.
Interesting. What does that do?
So if I perform the assist task, I can keep the initiative at 0 cost.
Interesting. Is this once only, or is this a multiple? You can use it. Like, does it say how often?
It is unlimited.
Oh. Okay.
In a conflict, whenever the character performs the assist task and would then pay 2 momentum to keep the initiative, the cost is reduced to 0.
Well, that'll be useful.
Oh.
That will be
Yeah,
okay.
I've picked
Hello.
course of security. I think this would work.
How would you're not a?
Apparently.
I mean, you're gonna, if you lose both of your hands in a Bat'leth tournament, then I mean, just remember that episode with Worf where the empty barrel fell on his back, where that made him basically crippled, and how he reacted to that. Ooh, yes, it was an empty barrel that just wasn't tied down properly. That is literally the threat of that episode. A barrel wasn't tied down properly, so it fell on someone's back and injured them.
But wasn't my Klingon originally a gardener?
Oh my
Okay. So who still needs to choose?
Me. What's
Well,
next? What's next? You go. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Mr. W.
I've picked cautious security, and I think I know the next one that I'm picking. One of the ones that I'm picking.
Okay.
What's extended task again?
Extended tasks are basically, think of them as a task with hit points. So you basically attack the task, and it has resistance, and you roll damage, and to try to get the task down. It's not a simple task you roll once and you're done with it. It's like, for example, okay, you need to get through this door while the water levels are rising, and you've got this many turns to do it. Each turn you get an attempt at attacking the task, basically. And that would be an example of an extended task.
Alright. Okay, thanks. Interesting.
I need another. Right, so next one, bits of value. I don't like values, they're a pain in the ass.
I would like everybody to get at least 2 values before we start playing, because you can make them during play as needed, up to 4. However, I would like to get at least 2, so that there's a fundamental core to each character before we start playing. And no, Kango, you can't not have 4 values for years without anybody noticing this time.
Aww.
That. I think
Well, I didn't notice myself, so there we go.
Okay.
I need to find a pilot.
GM.
value.
Yes.
I'm thinking for the value because it's reflecting their time during the academy. I'm thinking something along the lines of, if you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself.
Okay. How about
Something.
Card chat, help me out.
okay? So so Mr. W, how about do your own dirty work?
Oh, I like that.
So hello, how do you pronounce it?
Zemichucks, perhaps.
Zemichucks, or how about Emichu-X? How about that? Or Zemichucks, if you prefer that.
Or X-Emichucks.
Yes. By the way, in case you didn't know, Emichu is the player who originally wanted to play in this game as well, but had to drop out. That's that player. There. We're just doing character creation.
Yeah, session zero.
Yes.
Do you want to
Crap.
would the value do your own dirty work? Like, being as I'll be probably leading a team of security, like, would that really?
Well, yeah, it could work. For example, that you would be maybe more likely to lead an away team yourself as opposed to sending your security guys. Or if there's a thing, that could mean that yes, now we've got a more capable officer there in the situation, which is a good thing. But also the chief of security has just put themselves into a very dangerous position, which could also be a bad thing.
And he might be needed elsewhere. Yes.
Well, Mr. Snipes, yeah, but would that really fit with Gene Roddenberry's view of the original series and what he wanted it to be? Yes, we don't really need to keep to that, because that would be quite restricting. But perhaps.
Yeah. Yes.
Carrier.
So, who still needs to pick a talent or value?
Me.
I'm going with the value those who lead must serve.
Those who lead must serve.
Oh.
Interesting.
Damn.
That's a good one.
I like that. You give him a
True,
someone
Mr.
help
Snaps.
Rogue out by suggesting a value for him.
I'm the pilot. I just don't.
Okay, so how about
Bruce dies.
I have one good one. I used it already.
So
I'm hesitant to make suggestions because I don't know how you want to play your character.
Yeah. Well, he told me it was like. He told me that he wanted to play it like the pilot from Mass Effect.
Joker?
Combined. And it was combined with someone else. I can't remember who. I think he said it.
how about She'll
Yeah,
hold
everyone
together.
knows that.
How about that? She'll hold together.
Oh yeah. No. Keep her going. Keep her going.
Well,
Keep that.
keep.
her going.
That's not really a value though.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, I'm definition of Top Gun and Mass Effect.
Okay. Well, how about you think? Okay. How about we continue and you can think about your value between sessions because this is only session 0, so there's plenty of time.
Yeah. Bloody hell, we've already gone an hour.
Told you to take the full 2
damn,
hours.
Yeah.
Calculation goes ages.
So can we continue over to career now? Yes?
Yeah.
Good.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I've not distributed all the attribute points. Oh, right, yes. Well... Oh yeah, 3,
Kango,
of course,
but this
3.
time, Kango, whatever you do,
Yes.
this time do not mess up because this will be live streamed and we don't want you
Yeah.
to be embarrassed.
I'm not just worried about that.
Okay, so now,
Right.
career. So, confrontation? Perhaps? Well, I would appreciate it if you kept that out of the stream, Leader. Nothing personal, I just don't think it's really the place for this.
Yeah.
So, if you select Young Officer, you get the Untapped Potential talent, which means that every time you use Momentum, you can roll a challenge die, and if you roll an effect, you get, well, basically, you roll challenge dice, and the value you roll is the amount of momentum you get back, but if you roll an effect, you also generate threat. Young Officer, I'd say would probably only fit for either the pilot or comms. Chief of Security, probably not. Captain, probably not. Yes. Experienced Officer means you can choose basically another talent, just any you want, and this is the last talent. This is the 4th one. This is the last one you get.
Are the
Veteran,
talents the one with like the? Are the talents the one with the finite list,
yes.
or is that the one?
Talents are the ones where, for example, tough or cautious, or ones like that.
Yeah.
Wait.
An officer.
Okay. Right, okay, so veteran means that if you spend your determination, there's a chance that you get a point of determination back. So you don't lose the point of determination if you spend it. There's a chance of that with veteran officer.
Okay.
Which is all 3 are really powerful. All 3 are really powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
With the young officer, like,
young officer.
what
being able to get
range
back
do they
from-
mean?
Young officer means you're fresh out of the academy. Hello Chris,
Hello.
you've either
Hey, Chris.
only just exited the academy and this is your first posting, or it's only been like maybe a year or something like that since you've finished the academy. You're still very inexperienced, you've still got all of the training fresh in your mind. You don't have that much practical experience yet. So there you are.
I'm sort of tempted to go for young officer.
You are Chief of Security, correct?
Yeah.
It may not be that good, because Chief of Security is really a position that should be someone with at least some experience, because you wouldn't really be made chief of a department, especially security, if you don't have that much experience yet. So I would say for that role, I would suggest that you pick experienced officer or veteran officer.
Damn. But that's the thing, for young officer, like, untapped potential, like that as thing to have, being able to regain momentum, that's so useful.
Yes, true, but determination as well. And any other talent you want as well. Room reveal! We've done streams before
Like
with...
we've never done face cam before.
Yeah, we always do face cam.
Okay.
You are filled with determination. Exactly.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Any two...
Yes.
Right. So, what do people want to pick? If you're not sure, I would suggest picking experienced officer, because then you can pick which talent you want.
Yeah, I'm taking experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec.
Young officer.
Ooh, we've got a young officer.
Yes.
Ooh.
I picked that in my first ever character of any roleplay games of this system, actually.
Who was it? Ted Triffum?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, have I gone back way?
A value. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yes,
really
indeed.
does it,
Indeed.
I don't experience.
Experienced? Okay.
Okay.
Good. Which means you get to pick another talent out of the list.
And a value.
Yes. But the next step is really exciting. Those are the career events. That's gonna be exciting.
The weird details right now, I think. Well, I'll choose it.
Yes, this is Star Trek Adventures by Modiphius, the system. We're just doing... is it a real-life RPG game? It is a pen and paper, so tabletop role-playing game, yes.
Dice rolling and all that. So not actually live action things.
Yes.
We're not fighting with bat'leths in real life.
This is going to be so much fun. It already is, but once we actually get into the gameplay...
Yes.
What was the other one I was going to pick? Quick to action. I mean, that would be during the first round of quick to action. It's a security one, and it's during the first round of any combat. You and your allies may ignore the normal cost to retain the initiative.
That is a good one.
Which is, I think, momentum goes down to 0. But hasn't Dodd already got that?
No, she's got she's got a different thing. If she assists someone within combat, then you can you can retain the initiative without the cost. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Pack tactics. I can only really see as being useful if you've got multiple characters, as security officers. Whenever you assist another character during combat, the character you assisted gains 1 bonus momentum if they succeed. I think no, because that goes into the main pool, doesn't it?
Does it say bonus momentum or just normal momentum?
Whenever you assist another character during combat, the character you assisted gains 1 bonus momentum if they exceed. I assume it gains 1
bonus
more momentum.
So bonus momentum specifically means you have to spend it within that task. If you don't spend within that, so it otherwise would say 1 additional momentum or just one momentum. If it says bonus, it means it has been immediate spend. Right, Chris asks, who's in VC? Would you like to introduce yourselves again for new people?
CangoFango, me. Yes.
Mr. W, as you already say, you know me.
Rogue.
Dodrebur. You may pronounce it however you like.
We've taken to calling her Dodd.
It's gradually sticking.
Yes,
just
like many good things. Gradually sticking.
Just imagine, Lieutenant Commander Dodd.
Okay, so who needs to choose a talent yet? Where are we at?
Me, and I haven't chosen the value either.
You don't have to choose the value now. You can choose the value between sessions. So between now and the first session, we can do that on Discord if you text if you want.
Pressure to the limit.
Collaboration security. Whenever an ally attempts a task in security, you may spend 1 momentum immediate, allow you to use your score for that discipline and one of your focuses.
Yeah, that's mostly useful for ground combat. So, yeah.
I mean, this one might be good. Close protection. Where, when you make a successful attack, you may spend 1 momentum to protect a single ally within close range. But again, that's probably more ground combat.
Well, if it doesn't specify... I'm guessing yes. It'll mostly come up in that. I'm not sure if it counts with ships as well, like you can protect an allied ship as well. But I'm guessing more ground combat, yes. And you can always pick mean right hook if you want to.
I already have.
Oh, you already have. Ooh.
It was the first one I picked.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
constantly watching.
Oh, face
When you're
cams
sent a
went
task
down.
to detect danger or hidden enemies, reduce the difficulty by 1. Like, when it says to detect danger, like, what kind of stuff does that mean?
This is, for example, ambushes. If you're or things like that, or if you're going into a space station, an abandoned space station, all the lights are flickering. You roll, and you might notice that perhaps some of the automated defenses are on, or things like that. But I'm not sure how much that would actually be used. Should I turn on the light? It might be good to turn on the light.
I can't see.
Okay, I'll actually do the same. Okay.
How is that? It's a bit bright.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, if we, yes, we can talk about that, Chris. We can talk about that. Right. So.
Which microphone headset do you recommend?
I've got the blue, what's it, Snowball.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah. I'm thinking.
headset I've just got
I'm thinking just.
earphones. I'm not sure. Their costs. So.
I'm thinking just for quickness sake. I think quick to action. First line of combat, you and your allies may ignore the normal cost to retain the initiative. Do you think that's useful?
Yes.
Or
I would say yes.
you do? Yeah. Okay. I'll probably choose, being as we are on a tighter schedule than usual, I probably will try and choose the value later.
Okay.
It can be chosen freely. Unless people aren't done at the moment.
I've chosen the value.
Okay, so then we go into career events.
Ooh.
Now, this is a list, I think, of 20 different things that have happened to you before now. So either if you're a young officer in Starfleet Academy, probably, or maybe during a training cruise, or something in your previous career, basically. This, I think, is one. Of course, you can choose. This gives potential. This gives bonus to attribute and discipline. But this may be also a good one to roll if you were so inclined.
Yeah, I think it would be, like, maybe not as a stream, but it would be quite fun to do a Star Trek campaign where we just randomly rolled everything.
Yeah,
I
no.
think that would be a lot of fun to play. We might not live. We might not live
I'm
very
not a
long.
fan of that.
Oh, come on. We might not live very long. But
We live one move. Trust me, I've done it
come
before.
on.
I've done it before, it did not end well.
Oh, come on, live a little.
No, I refuse.
I refuse to live. Thank you very much.
I refuse.
Okay, so do you want to pick or do you want to roll? Either way, just
I'm picking.
go
I
ahead.
want to pick. Would death of a
Prepare to
friend?
live.
With death of a friend, would pets also fall under that?
Probably
or
not. Probably not. Also, with these,
Okay.
you're supposed to also think. You get to choose 2 of these, and
Oh, yeah.
you're supposed to also think about a little bit of the backstory. So, for example, if you choose ship destroyed, then you are supposed to also think about, okay, what was the ship? Why was it destroyed? What role did my character play in that? Things like that, for example. Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm tempted. I am tempted to go for ship destroyed because I think it would. Because I think disciplines security is always good, and daring might go as well.
Does it have to be your ship that was destroyed?
It is, yes.
Or just
The-
witnessing a ship being destroyed?
it's specifically the ship you were either posted or stationed on.
Oh right.
And is it just the ship, or is it all, or at least some of the personnel on that ship as well?
It does. You can choose that.
Okay.
So I want to go with lauded by another culture, but I would be hard pressed to think of a culture.
How about humans? Chris, also, yes, I
Oh,
am.
God.
Chris, I am reading all of chat, but because of the nature of this, I can't read it out loud. If there is something specific that I think is important to read out loud, I will. But I have got the chat there. On one strip of my screen is the chat, so I do read everything.
And it's being archived.
Yes, it is also being archived. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just not out loud. Just not out live.
Mm.
Not out live.
Not out loud. Yes. Okay, so what are people picking?
Oh. Well, Ship Destroyed is the first one. Conflict?
Character was involved in a mission that earned the official praise of a non-Federation culture.
Oh, not non-Federation, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know. I must be mistaken with something. Okay. Well,
Good.
if you want to pick that, then we can come up with a culture and what that was after the stream. You
Okay.
when we got a bit more time, if you want to pick that.
It's superior. Oh, hell yeah.
Human Fall Flat crossover soon. What do you mean with Star Trek?
These are before.
What do you mean? I did read it. But crossover, you mean just the players, or what do you mean?
Imagine a Star Trek map for that
Yeah.
game. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I have chosen I have chosen Ship Destroyed, and I think I have at least a minor mental map for, what it was.
Crossover with the players in VC. Well, so Chris wants all of us to play Human Fall Flat together.
On stream, I'm assuming?
Probably on stream.
I've never played. I don't even think I have it.
seen it, mate.
Oh, right.
I don't even have a Steam page.
Okay, so if you've chosen the first one, then you need to choose another focus, and this should be something represented by the career event. So, for example, what career events were there? Hold on. For example, if you've discovered a unique alien artifact, then perhaps archaeology could be a good one, or something like that.
Breakthrough.
Oh, it's a focus, not oh.
It's a focus, yes.
Didn't realize, I thought it was value. My bad. Focus. Escape pods for me, maybe.
Well, how is that going to help you, really? So what did you choose for your career event, Mr. W?
It was Ship Destroyed.
Ship Destroyed, okay. Well, how about emergency procedures?
Oh, that might be good.
But let's go.
Legacy.
Okay. Rogue, what did you choose?
Transporter accident.
Ooh, what was the accident?
Oh,
I mean, transport accidents vary from people just being mangled to appearing in an alternate universe, or appearing in a different timeline, or all sorts of different things. Or
both.
Or you materializing twice, only one of you is evil. That is a transporter malfunction, yes.
Yeah, better get that fixed then, if that's the
Yes.
case. Also, this covers an artifact. In this covers an artifact. It says that's a piece of technology. But does it have to be a piece of technology, or not?
Well, I'd say it's more useful if it is, because then it can become a plot device. But if you want that, then we can what exactly it is or what it does. If you're not sure, then we can talk about that off stream as well. But if you've got
yeah, I'll do that off stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Transporters and got small craft already. Quantum mechanic. Yes, that's equal.
Yeah, emergency procedures for me. Another career event.
Okay.
Another career event, yeah.
Another career event, yes.
Select.
Damn it.
Imagine if we just selected the same career event for all of them.
Well, then you could all have been on the same ship that was destroyed.
Oh.
So you are also. Right. Okay.
Probably won't take the same, but it's just a.
True.
You know.
Because these can also link in with each other, which is the beauty of it. So if you've got, say, a transporter accident and you've got discovered an alien artifact, then those could be combined. Like, maybe you did discover an alien artifact, you were on the same mission, but then something in the technology of the artifact caused the transporter to malfunction. And then that is what caused the other thing. So you can interlink them in that way, if you want to.
I mean, I'm tempted by required to take command. Maybe possibly link those. What two attributes are most useful for security? It's security and command?
Daring or control?
Daring or control. God, I hope I put enough in control. That was an engineering crisis. That was a fit. Transport it.
Call out a superior. Ha! That'd be funny. Yeah.
Okay, if you choose that, Rogue, then who was the superior? What was the situation?
We'll pick of these off stream because
Okay.
it's gonna take time for me to do that.
Sure, that's absolutely fine.
What do you say? It was control or insight? You said was good for
Control or daring, I said. So control is used for firing phasers as well as using the ship's weapons. Daring is used for hand-to-hand combat.
Show defend.
History.
I mean, engineering crisis.
What are you thinking, Dodd?
I'm thinking about my second one.
Yes, but which one are you thinking of choosing?
Same here.
So part of me really wants to go with betrayed ideals for a superior,
Ooh.
but I'm trying to decide what ideal I would have betrayed.
True.
Oh, never mind.
One thing is that Vulcans, pretty much as a rule, are known for never lying. So perhaps that could be a thing. Like maybe when it came down to it, you betrayed that and you did lie. And because Vulcans are usually trusted a lot because of this cultural trait, maybe that's why you got away with whatever the lie was. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Alright.
I can't remember if I've put anything in control.
Wow.
I'm buggered if not.
No, we're all.
Yeah.
Well, I can still fly a plane.
I think I have.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain I have. I'm tempted to link what's required to take command, in with the ship. So maybe when we were escaping, maybe everyone higher up to me was on the ship destroyed, and I had to take command.
Yes, that would fit perfectly.
Yeah, let's have it then. Required to take command.
Okay.
Some of the focus.
Who's still choosing?
Finishing.
I'm choosing the second one right now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Okay, so there.
We can hear you.
So one other thing is that both the attribute and discipline are already at max.
Yeah. So if it's already at max, or then you can reassign them at the end. If it's over the thing, if it's over the limit, then you can reassign them afterwards. You don't lose anything.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so now for this.
So Kango, what are you thinking of choosing?
I thought the learning a unique language might be fitting for communications officer, but I'm not sure what the language would have been.
So you mean?
I could have had a lot of fun with that.
So you want to choose a specific language for this, yes?
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
how about just manual linguistics? as the focus. So it means it would mean that you've actually learned alien languages as opposed to only relying on the universal translator.
All right.
So that you know, like for what Hoshi was, because she obviously learned languages well and was quite good at picking up languages, meanings and things.
That's a great one. Thank you.
God, yes.
I'm done with that.
That's funny.
Okay. Rogue, what have you found? What have you chosen?
Oh, I chose the one I said.
Okay.
Okay.
For
So
focus, I'm slightly leaning to, like for the suggestions. I'm slightly leaning towards composure over lead by example.
yeah, composure would work quite well for security.
Yeah.
For my focus, I'm thinking I want to go something along the lines of like having an understanding of like corruption, but I don't know how to say that.
I see. Okay. How about just politicians?
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
My focus is politicians. I know how politicians work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? So you work in politics?
Works with my
No, I
upbringing
work in
too,
politics.
so
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
It does. Good. So, has everybody chosen a last focus yet, or whatever they are in this
Yep.
focus? Okay, then if we continue on to finishing touches,
Attributes and disciplines.
you can
Oh God.
do a little bit more spending here, and you can choose the last value. But of course, we're not doing values now, all of them, because of time restraints.
Well,
So should we do this one or not?
Because it's half an hour. Because it's half an hour. I mean, and if this is the finishing touch.
Well, what about the ship? What about the ship?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
So should we do the value now or not?
If you have one that you want to put in now, put it in now.
Control.
But otherwise, we can do it later. We can do it between sessions.
All right.
Control and. As security officer, do you think it would be more useful to sort of, because I've put one in control definitely. Do you think it would be like more useful to put one in any of the other remaining 4, or put it in reason to try and round it out a bit? Because the reason is my lowest one at 7.
Well,
Everything else is either at 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever.
I have 2 at 7. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
you can do it however you want. However you want.
I don't think it's.
Lucha? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a
Wrestler.
dude. It's a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
I thought it
No,
might be reading the other messages.
Like, just don't.
Okay, it's just a chant. Sure.
Lucha.
Right, so-
So, which one's gonna make the character?
Yes. So, is everybody finished with finishing touches?
No.
Actually, I think I might. I think I might not choose the value actually because I'm a young officer, so maybe I might not have one.
No, you need to start playing with 4 values. Or well, you don't need to start playing with, but you should have 4 values. So no,
I suppose so.
because this is part of your character.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay,
Disciplines.
I'm looking forward to the ship creation bit as well.
Yes.
Okay, so command is at max of 4, security is at max of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Con is like controlling the ship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, piloting all that.
No, because ship's weapons. Who would fire the ship's weapons?
You.
You.
I would. Okay, so con. It's 2, but it'll do.
Well, con is for flying the ship.
Oh.
You to fire the ship's weapons would be security.
Ah, right. Okay. Science.
What are you still missing, Kango?
The last value.
Ooh.
Engineering.
Okay, well, when you finish this, when you click finish, you will be prompted to download it as a PDF. So do that, and then post it on Discord in the chat so that between sessions I can get it into Roll20.
Yeah.
In Admiral Chat Private.
So,
We actually need Roll20 up right now.
At the moment, no, but we might later. And besides, I've got to have it open because I want to have it as part of the stream.
I've got it as well.
I think the website got a little confused because it says I have 2 more attribute points, but it won't let me spend them.
Oh. We could.
Really? Do you want to take a screenshot for me?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a screenshot for me so I can see it in in-game chat?
Sure, I'm just checking my screen to see if there's anything that should be anything. But
I need to make
yeah,
a
that's fine.
note. I'm meant to do 2.
You could add them on Roll20 if it really doesn't work.
GM,
Yes.
if we have to make our values between sessions, should we try and keep it to, like, the situation that it told us to at the time? You
If
know what I mean?
if you want to, yes, but I'm not going to enforce
Okay.
that. So you pick what you like. Pick what you like, basically.
Okay, make 2 values, okay. Name.
The hardest part of the entire game
Yes.
is the name.
Huh. Yeah, you did only assign.
the control that says it was increased, that was from the previous step where I spent the excess.
Oh, so then it may have bugged. Well,
Yeah.
we can fix it off. We can fix it. We can fix it on
Yeah.
the PDF. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Random
Just
name
remember to
generator.
remind me when you send the PDF, the export PDF, just put a little note underneath to check
On
the
top.
the values.
Alright.
Like 2 values to do it. I've got 2.
You don't need to do the values now. We can do those between streams. So has everybody finished then? Has everybody finished their
Apart from that
character?
last value.
I haven't come up with a
Yeah.
name yet.
The name,
Yeah.
yes.
I
So the name. The name is also something we can do between, if you want, if you would rather. And then we get rank. So yeah, with rank,
I'll do the value after.
yeah,
Okay.
with rank, most people would probably be lieutenant or lieutenant commander. For someone to be commander or captain, that is, I know in our other game there are lots of people. Pretty much everybody is a commander, but that's not really that true to the show. So
Am I like one of maybe the only lieutenant in that?
you being captain, you
I've
mean?
been demoted.
No, in the other campaign.
In the other campaign, yeah, there are not that many. Yes.
I never knew that. I've never seen anyone else's character sheet.
Yeah.
So.
well, my character's gone up and down at least twice.
Yeah.
So for this one, I think I should probably be commander
Yes.
because it's the lowest one I can choose.
The lowest one you can choose.
Not ensign.
Well, my options are captain, commander, and fleet captain.
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you, if you're in charge of the ship, then you would be captain. You'd be rank of captain.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I am captain.
commander would work for maybe a space station or outpost, something like that. But it really would probably be captain. Yeah.
All right. Captain it is.
I'm just looking up like on a random name generator for this thing, and I've just selected generated name, and I've given the surname, and one of the names that came up was Rusty. For God's sake.
I mean,
Rusty.
you're human. Your name can be anything.
True.
That is true.
And
That would be
there are
very true.
actually a lot of Williams in Star Trek for some reason. There are so many characters named William. I don't know why.
Really?
Yes.
You don't know why.
Oh, I only just got that.
So, okay. Has everybody chosen?
Yep. I've just come up with mine.
Okay, so if you click
Yeah.
at the end, export to PDF. By the way, what rank has everybody chosen?
I haven't chosen that.
Right.
I just need to.
Uh,
How do you spell acre? Is it like an acre? of wood?
ACRE.
ACRE.
Yes.
ACRE. Cheers. Rank. I mean, I'm chief of security, so.
That could actually.
Chief of security. There we go.
Yeah, I'd say I would say commander or lieutenant commander. Would probably be
Okay.
appropriate.
Which is higher ranking?
Commander is higher ranking.
Commander.
So commanding officer.
I'm lieutenant. Ha.
Ooh.
Commanding officer. Commanding officer. Commander.
Because-
Yeah, I need to do 2 more values.
Okay. So
I've got lieutenant.
how about you, Kango? What rank have you chosen?
Lieutenant junior grade. But only if
Ooh.
otherwise gone for ensign.
Because you're a young officer, so you
Yeah.
only get those 2.
Mhm.
Interesting.
It is.
Right. So if you click export to
Yeah, it's
PDF.
just that last value that's missing.
Yeah, you don't need to choose
I
it now. I want to get started with the ship.
Okay. Sure.
I'm having problems with
Send.
mine, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go through the ship myself. Unfortunately, I can't unless people want to go through it step by step, so you can see it on your screen. But I'm going to go through it on mine and use that export. So the year.
Did you say?
Hmm?
Just quickly. Did you say you wanted the PDF in the chat? Well, not the chat. In the Discord server.
Yes, Discord. Either in game or in Admiral Chat private would be good. Either one would do.
Of course.
So where are we supposed to upload the PDF?
To Discord, please.
Which channel?
Probably either Admiral Chat private or in game.
Sure, private.
Okay. Right, so the year is 2269. So this is after the 5-year mission, the Enterprise 5-year mission has finished. So we've got all of that lore to use. So there are quite a few ships listed here, and we could choose any of them. There's one that isn't, which is the Miranda class. They're on Discord. I put pictures in Discord for the ones that I think the main ones. So we've got a choice of either Constitution class, so which is kind of the the big ship, the ship that's capable of going into deep space for 5 years without necessarily needing to resupply or things like that. Yes, it's also used for defense and things. Then you've got the Daedalus, which is the oldest ship. Like, the Daedalus class is the first ship that humanity properly used to shuttle stuff between its first colonies and things like that. Only capable of very low warp speeds. Definitely a museum piece. There may be some still transporting stuff around somewhere, like behind the moon. I don't know. But yeah. Then you've got the Hermes class, which is the one. So it's just got the saucer with a single nacelle at the bottom, which is smaller than the Constitution, a little bit more combat orientated. Can dodge and weave faster, a bit better like that.
It also looks more fragile though, from the picture at least,
Yeah.
from the design.
Perhaps. So
Only one.
you've got that one. The NX class is also very old. It doesn't even have shields, it's just got polarized hull plating and things. And then you've got the Oberth class, which is basically a tiny, fragile science ship. And then the ones not on here, which I would have to homebrew a little bit, is the Miranda class, which is. I post the picture in reference material on Discord if you want to have a look.
It's above the uniforms.
Yes. The Miranda class is a little bit more. It's basically like the Constitution class, but a little bit. It's more compact, not quite as powerful in some respects, but better in others. However, I would suggest just my suggestion would be either Constitution class or Hermes. That's just my suggestion. But if you want one of the other ones, then so be it.
Ian, is there any way that like we could get this? That we could get this up like on the Star Trek Adventure character creator site?
So you can go along with it if you want to. You can open it up and go along with me. But I can't share my screen because I'm already sharing the face cams and I don't want to share the website.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's just for me, so that I could get it.
Okay. So if you go back to the beginning, you've exported your PDF, right?
I have.
I have indeed.
Okay, if you go back to the beginning, select Core and Command Division again. Go into Original Series.
Command. Original Series.
Starship.
A Starship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The year is correct. That's the year we're playing in. That is the correct year. So, those are the choices. So
So you suggested either Constitution or what was the other one?
Hermes. Those are I would suggest one of those two, but of course it's up to the players whichever ship they want.
Okay, design. I mean.
I mean, the Miranda would be fun.
I wonder where Roomsbath is. Didn't Roomsbath want to watch as well? Users in Twitch, don't worry.
He's in the list.
They are.
Yeah.
Hello.
I haven't typed anything though. Right, so what are people thinking?
I mean, the problem with this is that we have no idea what kind of missions will be sent on, so we can't really.
Well, we decided that earlier.
Pathfinder Reconnaissance.
Pathfinder one.
Oh yeah, that.
Pathfinder, yeah.
Yep. Pathfinder. What were the ships again? Sorry, I was trying to.
Well, to make this a bit quicker, easier, I mean, you can look at them on the character creator if you want to. If you look all the way back, select Core and Command Division, Original Series, then Starships. But I would suggest either Constitution class or Hermes.
I vote for Constitution because that's got a +2 free departments.
Ooh, yes.
Whereas Hermes has got a plus in just 2 because we need to look at the talents.
Yeah.
Rugged design. What does rugged design and modular laboratories do?
Rugged design makes the ship easier to repair if it gets damaged. Modular laboratories makes scientific research easier. So the Constitution class is actually the original starship that was created for the series. So that's the original Enterprise, with that classic design with the saucer, the 2 nacelles above, with a neck connecting it. The original Enterprise.
Being as the labs will likely go hand in hand with the sort of the exploration of the Pathfinder, I vote Constitution class personally.
I would vote that as well.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I suppose so. Right.
Okay, Constitution class. We've already selected Pathfinder and Reconnaissance. This is already going much quicker than the last time. And then we've got Pathfinder Reconnaissance.
Well, we have fewer choices.
True, very true.
Oh yeah.
Pathfinder Reconnaissance, sure. So now we need to select a talent from the mission profile, which is either improved reaction control systems, which decreases the difficulty of a task to maneuver the ship that would have been made more difficult because of hazards or things like that. So if you maneuver through hazards and things, the difficulty gets reduced. Or improved warp drive, which means that you have a chance to not spend power when using warp.
Oh. Two very good ones that technically would be useful for me flying it.
True.
I mean, what would be
lean towards improved reaction control? I feel like with pathfinding, we're going to be going into more situations where there are hazards we don't anticipate. But that's me.
But wouldn't you be then anticipating them if that's your reasoning?
Oh, God, there we go.
Wow.
But then again, improved warp drive, that could help us be able to get out of those situations.
Well, usually,
I mean, you usually can't warp out of a hazard.
yeah. Also, if you're in a dangerous situation, then usually if you go to warp, you're probably already safe at that point. The only thing is that where the power spent for warp drive would really come into play would be if you're going to warp in the middle of a fight and then you continue that fight. So like you're at the edge of a system and you're like, oh no, we need to warp over there because there is a thing that a ship that's coming over there. We need to protect those freighters, and then we go over there and they continue the thing. So basically continue. Or if you have a long continuous stretch of warp where you're spending power as you're traveling because you're traveling at such high warp speeds. But it's up to you.
In that case, I think I vote the first one. Yeah, I'm with Dodd on this.
Kango, what do you think?
Which was the...
Improved reaction control systems is the first one.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
sure.
evasive maneuvers.
Sure. That sounds...
If there's a task that is made more difficult through obstacles or hazards, it is decreased in difficulty using this. So it's easier basically to navigate through hazards essentially. So our ship has gone through 2 refits. So we can now add a point. Well, we've got 2 points to add to one of the systems. I'll post a screenshot in in-game. So hold on, there we are. So we can add 2 points in total. It could be to do two different systems or to the same system.
Okay, so we're like an exploring findy one. So.
I'm leaning towards sensors and computer, but I'm open to arguments.
Okay, well, so what are your thoughts about pollution? Like because...
I'm the Trekler.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to even it out,
structure
then...
is probably always going to be useful because it can protect us.
Always, yeah.
Yes?
Are we likely to get into situations where we need protecting? I mean, if there are
No.
No. It's TOS.
We almost certainly will.
Yeah.
Are we looking for them? No.
And we already have the evasive maneuvers to help us with that. So.
Well, improved reaction control system.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. What would computer do again?
That's computers.
Computers just like everything, like analyzing things and helping us with data and stuff like
Wouldn't that be Wouldn't that be okay?
Sensors is collecting data. Sifting through it is computers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, being a structure is already pretty high. Yeah. Computer and sensors. Yeah, then I vote. Well, pretty high. I say it's higher than the other 2.
It can't go above 12.
Yeah.
We're not in danger of that.
So
Not yet.
Kango and Rogue, what do you think?
Computers, yes. Sensors, yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
agree.
Computers and sensors.
Computers and sensors. Okay, so now we need to pick one talent for Starship, which is admittedly a little bit
where
difficult.
we have choices.
Yes, it's a little bit more difficult if you. Although you have the reference document you made, that has the talents in it. Correct?
Yes.
So yes, if you open Dodd's reference document, the one with the combat stuff in it, then there is at the bottom on the left a category for Starship talents. Emergency medical hologram you can't pick. Some of them aren't in there because, like, ablative armor isn't in there because this is too far back in time.
It's pinned, isn't it?
It is pinned.
Dot.
It is pinned.
Yes.
Reference material, isn't it?
It's the top one, right?
Yeah.
There are 2.
So is it the top one or...
I think it's the bottom one actually, but I might
character creation one.
No, it's not. It is the top one then. It's
Okay.
it's the non-character creation one.
Okay.
A useful
Yeah,
one.
So I only finished condensing half of them.
That's fine.
Because, time. But...
The bottom on the left. I can't go down. There we go.
Anonymous manatee is interesting. Right. So, a good one too, of course. A good one that's pretty much always useful is advanced sensor suites, because that reduces the difficulty of tasks that that use the ship's sensors by 1 to a minimum of 0. So that's
and that would be especially useful for the kind of ship we've got.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
Of course, advanced shields is also good.
Maybe.
Just getting a +5 to your maximum shield capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it depends. I mean, again, it depends. It depends if do we want to prioritize, or do we want to go try and keep it a more all-rounded approach.
Well, what's path? Well, if you want, or
We could.
we're doing
could-
Pathfinder, aren't we? And we'll explore it, isn't it?
True. I think
So
that
it's going more...
a thing that is quite common in this era, in the original series, is actually the independent phaser supply, which means that you're not using the ship's power supply firing the phasers. However, you can't spend power to buy additional challenge dice, additional damage dice as well. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
I would say advanced sensors or the extra shields.
Captain's yachts weren't a thing back then,
Captain's
right?
yacht. I mean, maybe if you want to have a special shuttle for diplomatic missions or things, yeah, sure. But
Maybe the first prototype of the EMH.
no.
Grappler cables for when the tractor beam breaks down, perhaps?
If you want grappler cables for when the tractor beam breaks down, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Such a high priority
Cautious
problem.
then.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, shields and sensors, that does sound good, perhaps.
Well, it's shields or sensors,
We only
really.
get one.
Well, both sound good, I meant. Not entirely sure.
Another good one is perhaps, again, fast targeting systems, which means you can target a subsystem of a ship without a penalty.
Yeah? Well, here's source of separation, but doesn't the Constitution already have that?
Well, that's where you get into a bit of controversy. It does count as a talent because it is a bonus that the ship has, so it counts to the ship's boons, basically. But in reality, yes, I would say getting the talent means you can reattach it. Because by default you can detach it, but it's only an emergency measure to get away from those dangerous engines. If there's some problem with the engines, they're gonna explode. You can detach the saucer and land on a planet somewhere, but it's not gonna be able to take back off. It's not gonna be able to reattach. So,
Alright.
so I think that advanced sensor suites or shields, better shields, I would say that's a good good thing to.
I'm leaning towards sensors.
Yeah, so am I think.
Yes, so am I.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that count.
Yes.
No, I was
Yeah,
literally
the
leaning.
leaning towards it, yeah, I know.
Sensors? Shall we go with sensors then?
Sensors, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Advanced sensor suites. Good. Now, okay. Traits.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
The website is all kinds of glitched
What?
for me.
Ooh.
When I selected the talent, it was suddenly like, hey, you can add 2 more refits. I'm like,
Why?
no, that's not how it works.
That's true.
I think the website wants to give the first time captain a bit of a bonus.
Yeah.
So do we?
Oh, and there's a 1 meter. Stop there.
So do we want any traits? So traits, for those of you who don't know, are characteristics about the ship. So for example, the vessel is renowned for some reason, or it's long serving, or it's a prototype vessel, like it's or things like that. Prototype wouldn't really work that well because at this point Constitution class is already
All around the place.
like at least 13 years
Okay.
old. I think probably closer to like 17 years old. So perhaps a legacy
Blimey.
vessel or renowned vessel or
Yeah.
long serving.
Yeah.
Or some other trait.
We could have another cursed
well, we
vessel.
have curse.
If you want to have
Yeah,
another
that's
cursed
we have-
vessel.
Joey.
We have curse for our other one.
Yeah, thanks for that one, by the way, guys.
I'm thinking like maybe legacy, renowned, or long serving. But if anyone's got any ones that like aren't on the examples, that's always quite fun.
We don't need to pick any. We don't need to pick any. So
Yeah, but it's fun too, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. I do have like battle worn, or maybe the equivalent of it. Oh, battle worn, quote unquote.
well, that would probably be renown. It would count as renown. Like this ship is renowned
Renown.
because this ship was at the battle of such and such back in the year of whatever. This is a renowned vessel. It survived that battle. That sort of thing.
Okay, what would be like
Oh?
like where we've been a lot of places?
Well travelled?
Well travelled, yeah.
that would-
That could work.
I think that'd be quite good.
So what does that actually do?
It's just role play stuff.
Alright.
So, for example, with well travelled, it could be that if you turn up to a space station that's like out on the fringes somewhere, like maybe someone there recognizes your ship because you visited it before sometime, like years and years ago, maybe under a different crew, and they're like, "Oh, it's that ship again." And then they can help you.
Yeah, I
Alright.
wrote that. I think that's a really good one.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Love
Well travelled. So now on to the easiest part of ship character
The
creation,
name.
which is the name. Yes.
Dodrebur says her internet is cutting out
Oh no!
in and out right now.
Oh good. Captain, we're losing ya.
Captain. We lost the
Captain.
captain.
Oh no!
The gameplay hasn't even started yet.
Okay. Well, we can think about the name. We can
We
think about the
lost the
name.
captain.
We can pick up the name later or now.
I would like to do it
Yeah,
now.
but,
I would like to do it
Okay,
now.
but
Well, I've been thinking the USS Phoenix for a while, but that's probably already been done.
no, we
Well,
haven't done that one.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why
Yeah, that
don't
was
we-
still on the
why-
list.
it is still on the list. Yes.
Oh my bad. I've got an idea. Why don't we all suggest a name? So USS Phoenix wasn't my suggestion. If we all suggest a name, and then you put a poll in
Oh.
Twitch chat, and then they can choose the name for it.
well, you could also put the poll on
Yeah.
Discord, perhaps.
By Discord poll, yeah. But
well-
I think Twitch chat would be more immediate.
Yeah. So
Sure,
Like
sure,
with the
if you wanna do
reactions,
that.
I mean, there's like you can react with the
well,
1 or
reactions,
2
yeah.
and 3 and 4.
we can
and then-
we can do a straw poll actually.
I suppose
Yeah,
so.
straw poll. Yeah, that's what
But
I was
then
saying.
who?
And put it in both just to make sure, because I do know that I think one of the people
Okay.
in the Twitch chat I don't think is in your server. I don't think.
So what
I
should
know what one it is.
what should our Star Trek ship be called? So
1 second.
Oh, I've got a good one. Oh, hello.
we've got.
There we go.
So what are people's suggestions? By the way,
Okay.
if chat has any suggestions, you can also tell them
Okay. Okay. The first one that comes to my mind, we're an exploring ship, we're a traveling ship. The USS Columbus.
Why would you name it after? Why would you name a ship after?
That's a big differ.
Because Columbus was one of the cruelest
love
people that. I mean, Columbus did.
Oh, I was thinking from the explanation point.
True.
That would be funny.
Ooh, but the I mean, that would be like naming it the USS Adolf Hitler, basically, because of the things that he did.
Oh, sake.
Oh,
No Twitch chat, don't suggest that. Oh,
No, they
The
were.
Big Dipper.
it's a Constitution class.
Yeah,
But the
constellation.
Big Dipper. Okay.
That's a good one.
Well, in that case, I think I do have a different exploration-based name then.
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
There are also.
USS Ibn Battuta, or maybe the USS Battuta.
What is that named after?
It is named after an explorer. I will just check. I will just check because I can't remember the exact details. There we go. A Muslim Moroccan scholar and explorer who travelled extensively in Afro-Eurasia, largely on the lands of Dar al-Islam, travelling more than any explorer in pre-modern history, totaling 1,017 kilometers.
You mean what? 1,017 kilometers?
117,
You mean
000.
117,000 kilometers?
Yeah, if that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mostly on foot. So even or maybe just the USS Battuta. That's
USS Battuta.
B-A-T-T-U-T-A.
So do we want to have the Big Dipper in the in the list or
I
not?
mean, you may as well.
I mean that's
Why not?
it might be too silly for Dodd.
Ah, no.
Hmm.
I want the silly names.
Okay. No. Terrible people shouldn't be erased from history, because if you erase
Yeah.
terrible people from history, then you'll be repeating their mistakes. You need to remember
Exactly.
them. So, oh, that's an interesting sound.
What is that?
I'm not sure.
Sounds like crickets. Well,
I don't know where that's coming
tiny
from.
bit.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the USS Big Dipper, the USS Battuta. Any more?
There are also ships named after cities.
Oh yeah.
So use Exeter as one. Lexington is also one.
Lexington is already
Oh.
a ship in the
Yes.
thing.
I know Exeter as well, but there's just things that are already. Yeah.
I mean, do we only have 2 suggestions?
We've only got 2 suggestions at the moment, yes.
So town names perhaps. How about USS Torquay?
Well, that's a bit boring.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly message someone who's actually in the Twitch chat.
Okay. Yeah, not. Yeah, so erasing. So what you say? It's not erasing only. It's erasing the glory they held. Well, yes, clearing up
What happened?
clearing up history and clearing up misconceptions and getting people the actual knowledge of what someone did. Yes, of course, all for that. But just erasing them
The people-
completely, I'm against. That's what I'm against. No matter who comments it, I'm against it.
I assume even if other people... Oh, Snipes has got USS Ace of Spades.
Okay, sure.
USS Two of Clubs.
No, I only want one suggestion of the cards thing.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. I mean, it would be a bit dangerous, but USS Black Cat. But don't take that, because I've already made a suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh, please do.
Oh, hey, Dodrebur.
Hello.
Oh, no.
Are you back?
Oh, she's not. No, she's not back.
Now though, perhaps.
Well,
Oh, she's back.
Hello? Can't hear you yet.
I cannot hear you yet.
okay.
Oh, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Hello, hello, hello.
Working out.
No, we can
It's
hear you.
working now.
I'm here.
Good.
How about the...
Uh,
Okay, I'll add the USS Axiom. That might be a nice one.
Oh,
That's from
Wally, isn't
Wally.
it?
From
Is it?
Wally, yes.
From Wally?
That's
Is
from
it?
Wally.
Oh, right, of
Huge
course. I
film.
didn't...
love
Wally.
that film.
Oh, well
But-
then probably not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Space.
Grand
Town-
Rapids.
USS what?
Yeah.
Grand Rapids, sure.
Town names might be a good source, though. There are some
So-
quite nice town names.
Dodd, what did you think? So now that you've had time to think of names while not in voice chat, what have you come up with?
no, I truly do hate naming things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like this
I can't
username.
hear her if it's.
Oh.
You can't
It might just take another moment.
maybe reconnect. I don't know.
I've just had because I'm asking a couple people if they've got any suggestions. I just thought the USS insert name here
No.
would be quite fun.
You just have to imagine it on the actual saucer on the actual saucer, and just have the name on there. So town.
How about, given that there's a Vulcan in command, how about the USS Pathos?
Okay. USS. USS as yet untitled.
No.
So town names. How about the USS Barrack upon Tweed?
Oh, you won't be able to fit that on the saucer.
There we go. Someone just come up with USS Voltaire.
Voltaire.
I've had this suggestion from
Interesting. The writer.
I've had a suggestion from someone. The
Shakespeare.
the USS DNSS or SSDN.
What is that?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't like no abbreviations.
Abbreviations.
No abbreviations.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yes, we need names. So
USS Swansea. I don't know.
perhaps.
Swansea.
Well, yeah, we're getting back
Captain Duck.
to we're getting back to waterfowl
Yeah.
at least, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
The Swansea.
Oh,
Huh?
Wasn't there also Capital Swan? Did you
There
say?
was, yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Oh. Larger fingers. There's always Shakespeare.
yeah,
Perhaps.
that would be quite fun.
Okay.
Well.
I mean, it would fit.
I found for some reason USS Cyclic has popped into my head. Shut up.
Having sick in the ship's title, really?
I've got someone. I've got someone who suggested the USS Starboard.
I mean,
Yeah.
nah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Forrester,
well,
he says.
let's just get a couple more.
Sure.
Forrester, like named after the admiral.
Forrester.
Do you mean like after the
Starship
admiral?
Enterprise, I believe.
Do you
Forrest.
mean after Admiral Forrester? Is that what you mean?
USS Snipes.
Yes.
Yes. His name is Forrest. Maxwell Forrest.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Forest.
That is from Star Trek Enterprise.
It
right?
is, but we can still have a little bit of continuity with it.
Yeah, could do.
Okay, so I think so far we've got USS Big Dipper, Batuta, Ace of Spades, Grand Rapids, Pathos, Voltaire, Shakespeare, and Forrest with 2 R's after the Admiral. So
There are some.
I think that Forrester works better than Forest.
well, named after the Admiral Forrest.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think that's good for the names. That's like 5 or 6 names. I think
1,
that's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah.
Okay, so
Yes,
Well,
I think I'll post the poll because
Where you posting it in the chat or in
Both.
the Discord?
Both.
Is there one?
Okay.
Did I add one to that or not yet?
Don't think so.
I do want to have, yeah, I do want to have one of them in.
If we add too many, then it's just going to be one each, and that's not going to be.
Yeah, pretty much. Be allowed to vote for more than one.
Something.
Ruby blue lights.
Ruby blue.
I don't want to take too long, but I do want to have one in there. I'm just looking. I'm just looking for town names across the United Kingdom right now. Something that fits. Mablethorpe? I don't know. Friskney is one.
I'll call you, Mr. Snipes. I'll call you. I'll find out your phone number and I'll call you. Yes.
Oh. Well. There's. There has to be something.
Names for days.
We could just do the USS Newton Abbott.
No, what you want to do is you want to have, you know, that really long name place in Wales.
Gaan wij een ploeg Gwingert voor Gerrit van een dorp aan tussen de Gorgoch, yes.
That one. I mean, it would be a bit, you know,
We'd never be able to say it properly.
Just have a tiny font on the saucer.
Yeah.
It's short name to the USS Goch.
Yeah. Well, the short term is gaan wijn. Right?
That might work.
The first syllable. USS Gampton, perhaps? Kingsbridge?
Oh, damn.
Just pick one.
Okay, okay. I'll pick one of them. I'll pick one single one.
We could.
I'll put it in the chat then, if I've got it. Just so that you've got the spelling.
Graf Zeppelin. Graf.
I had one earlier.
We could do Lancaster, named after the locomotive works there.
Wasn't it Doncaster?
Doncaster, yeah, right. Well, maybe I think Lancaster might have had as well.
I don't know. I haven't heard of Lancaster Works.
We've already gone 30 minutes over time.
Yeah.
Can't just.
I don't know.
I think we've already got too many because.
Perhaps we'll see. We'll see. Something that fits. Don't go to Wales. You can't pronounce those really well if you're not from there. Generally.
You still accepting only one name per person?
No.
USS Bobcat? Snowcat? Well, probably Bobcat.
It's still going to be high.
Can you? Okay, like
I know.
Just please, just pick one.
Oh, just so Saxelby.
Okay, Saxelby.
No.
Come on.
I know. I'm searching hard.
It's the swordfish. What's the password? Swordfish.
Swordfish.
Yes. Sure. I've got one. There we go. Use the Saltwick.
Hold on. It just automatically. Wait, what? I think the website's a bit bugged. Because it just automatically. What? It automatically accepted it. I didn't.
Accepted what?
Like confirmed the options. I didn't press anything. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Like on a timer?
I don't know.
I think we're stuck now.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't add that now, because otherwise I'd have to. Okay, actually, okay. Tell you what. I'm going to add it. I'm going to. Hold on. I'm going to quickly re-enter the thing. I can copy and paste them. I can copy them over. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, I promise. We're gonna get out of this alive.
Okay, man. I read that as Armageddon, so.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Use this Inverness, perhaps. Nah, I'm sticking with
No,
Salt.
it's fine. It's fine. That's. What should our Star Trek
Our starship be called.
starship be called? There we are. Okay. Allow that thing. Okay. That's fine. Create poll.
Should we do as a rule that you can't vote for your own name?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Well, I've enabled it so you can vote for multiples.
Yeah.
Okay, copy that. So there is a link to the poll.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. Tagging here.
Oh god. It's gonna be hilarious.
Okay, I've posted it in my channel. I'm going to post it on Slavic
server,
Eagles. Sorry. Slavic Eagles thing as well, if I can find it correct.
Probably wouldn't tag here though.
Probably not.
I have voted.
Oh, so
Ooh.
can you vote? You can't vote for your own one, right? Shouldn't
didn't take-
vote, right?
Take my vote.
GM, I mean.
It didn't take it. It might be a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't click it. Yeah, okay.
You can tag multiple ones if you want to.
I'm doing two.
So are you allowing?
I've already voted.
Are you allowing voting for your own one or not?
I mean, sure, go ahead, because it is someone who wants that. So
Okay.
there's the poll. You can
I've not
vote.
voted. I haven't voted. I haven't voted for my own. If I don't, I could, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you can just add a +1 to that, or to your ones.
Okay, now it's time to watch and see if there
Sit
are
back.
going to be any results coming in.
Yes, sit back and enjoy the voting.
Interesting. It says 0 votes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it said that. It said that for me as well when I vote. Yeah, when I voted, it said like not even for the ones I voted for.
Bug out.
Is it bugged out?
It was like it's bugging.
Already bugged out.
Oh no.
Hold on. You have already voted in this poll. Okay, let's see your results. And it says 0.
I don't know why it's bugged. Probably. Oh come on. There are some good names in there. Yes, I agree.
Results.
There's 0. I was so looking forward to
I was
voting
looking
back.
Aw.
Quite funny.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it as well.
I suppose it's GM's choice. Unless you do it like via Twitch, like because I know Twitch polls are a thing. Or maybe just ask people in Twitch if they, I'd like to do it with a reaction thing, or ask, say this if you want.
You can put it in your WhatsApp and just put a different icon.
Tell you what.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, tell you what, the website's bugged. please just type your choices. Okay. There we go. I'll put that in.
You doing that in Twitch as well?
Yeah. Well, they can hear me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can still see. You can still see the. Oh, Saltwick. Someone wants salt. Room's bath. Hello, Room's bath.
Hello.
Ace of Spades, I love
Thank
it.
you for the vote.
Dodd has voted for Papa.
Doug has done Ace of Spades, I love
For
that.
what? For what has she voted?
You've got.
Papa.
He's gone for. Doug has done one for Ace of Spades.
Okay. So Ace of Spades is 1. Let's see. Okay.
I've listed my votes.
Saltwick is 1.
Yeah, the poll doesn't seem to work. It does not seem to work.
That's slightly annoying.
Don't know why.
Ooh, Voltaire seems to be getting pretty good.
Yeah, I was just imagining the name being said in like a captions log. So at the beginning of an episode, so what they wouldn't sound what Dodrebur has voted for Pathos.
Okay. Right. Wait, is Dodd in Twitch? Or where did you say she's voted for it?
In Discord.
Where?
In Adventure.
Yes, Admiral Chat.
Admiral Chat.
Oh, that's strange. It didn't.
public
Oh,
one.
because I must have clicked off of it a moment after the message
Yeah,
appeared.
probably.
So that's why it didn't. I didn't come up as a new thing.
But 1, 2.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, right. So I'll quickly check. Okay, nobody said anything there. So far, Ace of Spades has got 1. Saltwick has got 2. Voltaire has got 2. Shakespeare's got 1. Pathos has got 2, and Doncaster has got 1. So I guess it's up to me to break the tie.
So,
What's the tie?
The tie is between Saltwick, Voltaire, and Pathos.
Okay,
My favorite of those would be Pathos, because of the irony which Dodd has pointed out, that captained by a Vulcan, and it's like an appeal to emotion.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Yeah, do that.
Do that? Okay.
It'd be great if the characters were like unaware that it was
I love
silent.
having the decided vote.
Okay.
I really love doing that.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so yours is Pathos. Now the NCC number,
Sure.
the registry. It should be 4 letters. Should start with 17, because that was the original name. The original convention we had. 17 was supposed to be the class, and then however which one was built. So 17 and
1799.
there weren't. Sure, it could mean
I
something
don't
different.
know.
There weren't 19.
I don't know.
Like, what do people think?
I mean, this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Could be 17. Whatever people.
I don't know. I don't know.
03?
This one.
1703?
Yeah, sure.
Is that already taken?
I'm gonna look that up right now. Ah, the
Constitution, Willis. Constitution. Also, hello, Willis.
Yes. Hello, Willis 1961. It's the Constitution class, yes. We've done character creation. We're just now finishing the ship. It's Constitution class. So actually the NCC 1703 is the USS Hood,
Let's
Slowback
not.
Damn.
Slowback just voted for Voltaire.
Oh, did he?
Oh wow.
Okay, I should probably.
Swader said Shardar.
Yeah, of course.
Thus the words of my cat, he says. That's, yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
About 1730.
Well,
1713, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's only from a novel, but it's not canon, so 1713 is free.
I'll take that. Well, there you go.
13. We only had 1308 for the other game. I don't know, perhaps. Maybe there's in real life like a specific year, perhaps 17 something.
Well,
that might correlate to the ship in some way.
It's not right. Let's just go for. Voltaire's a cool name. It feels good, just isn't historical. True. We've chosen Yosef's pathos for the name because of our Vulcan captain.
Yes.
Okay, let's export it.
Nice.
So which entity number again?
1713.
Is there a reason behind it?
Well, I guess we just like the 3. Right?
Yes, we like 7s and 3s.
Okay. Okay, so
Sure.
I'm going to upload the ship as well in case anyone wants to have a look at it on the Discord. It's gonna be actually. Tell you what, I'm going to upload it into the public Admiral chat as well, so that people can have a look at that PDF if they want to.
Ooh.
There we go. Right, so now that officially finishes our session 0. Yeah, I guess it does, because we have.
Okay then.
Yeah, because we've gotten our characters, we've gotten the ship, we've selected a mission profile. So I guess that would be that. Then, yes. Unless anyone else has any questions about the campaign or stuff.
I don't think so.
Yes, the monitor is 1713. However, that is only from a novel. That is not a canon ship. It doesn't appear on screen. At least I don't think it does. Yeah, I think it's beta canon. Bunch of space glue. Captain's log, stardate 5678.2. The USS Pathos has just entered orbit. It's just started orbiting the rocky planet Belivarus Site 2. Yes. So, if that is everything.
Yeah. So basically, that's like what I meant before with imagining the name of the ship in a captain's log. So if saying the captain's log with that name sounds good, then it's a good name, I'd say.
Yes, the USS Pathos.
Yeah, like that.
Right, so with that,
Right. Yes.
that's that then. So just sorry that Dodd had to drop out because of internet issues.
That is unfortunate.
Black Circle, interesting.
I am gonna shoot off.
1 moment.
It's a bit late. Okay.
1 moment, because I do actually want to say bye then. So Dodd is typing something in Discord, which may be relevant, or it may be something completely random.
Oh yeah.
we like random. I am random.
True that.
Where's she typing?
I'm also
In
chaos.
Admiral chat.
Oh yeah. Alright, yeah.
I am chaos and random in one.
Chat.
Oh,
It's
and
gonna be fun.
Discord says you're streaming below your
It does?
Yes, on the right, below as your status, there's streaming Star Trek Live Adventures.
Interesting. I thought I turned that off.
Have you not noticed it before?
It's strange. It's turned off. Display current activity as status bar message is turned off.
Strange.
Should
That is strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she says, sorry I couldn't be more involved in that. Hopefully my internet will be more stable next week. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
No, it was only at the latter end that everything went out.
Yeah, no worries. Right. Man of the Borg. If Starfleet in this era met the Borg, game over. True. True.
Oh, damn.
Right. So thank you for the idea, Willis. Sorry, Mr. Snipes. You're both the same color for me. So thank you for the idea, Mr. Snipes. Yes.
Oh,
so
thanks.
that is the stream.
We are not.
Everybody, this is shoutouts. Yes, CangoFango streams on Sundays,
yes.
streaming building stuff, Nomsy and trains.
Thank you for the shout out. Yes.
I don't think I want to put the trains shout out in this
Yeah.
because it doesn't really have that much to do, but your content creation as well. So, Captain Nemo of the Starship Nautilus, NCC 1728.
Oh, actually,
That sounds interesting.
Actually, do you mind if I shout something out? Alright.
If you want to, go ahead.
Okay. I've started like a casual roleplay server. There's a link to it in Shoutouts' sort of self-promote section. But if you want, but if you can't find that and you want an invite, just DM me and I'll send it to you.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, with that, thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived, and Rogue's gone.
Rogue's gone.
But so say bye, everybody. Bye.
Yes, indeed. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. One and yes. Bye, everyone. Indeed, it was fun.
It was fun.
I'm excited for next
yes,
time.
me too.
And
me too.
tomorrow.
Are we off?
One moment, we're not off yet.
Not
Bye.
quite yet. Yes, bye.
Bye.
Oh, you're Rogue's back.
NCC.
Rogue's back.
Oh, Rogue's back. Hello, Rogue.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello and bye.
Rogue. Hello.
and bye. Yes.
Just
Blundering moron.
Yes.
you can just say bye.
Yeah,
We're just saying bye, Rogue.
Bye.
Yes, there we go. Bye.
Bye. Yes,
Bye.
bye.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
I can hear
Rogue,
them.
Captain. Rogue, coming with the legal cloaking device installed. Goes around ramming starliners.
NCC 1070 lost in space for 200 years. Uses Huck Finn. Bye and bye.
Yes, that's it. Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'm
Bye.
gonna end the stream now, actually.
Okay, that's fine.